Hello, in this CanvasCast, we'll look at being able to extend access for students to your Canvas course in the case of you have one or more incompletes. Now, by default, based on feedback that we've gotten from students and faculty caucus, the deal is that your Canvas course site for any given term is going to be available to your students for 2 weeks after the last Sunday of the semester. And then it'll close 1 a.m. 2 weeks after the last Sunday of the semester. Meaning from a student standpoint, it disappears from their courses menu, from their dashboard. It just ceases to exist in Canvas pretty much for them. For you as faculty, you'll always be able to have access to it for 7 years as a records retention piece. However, it's going to be read only. So you won't be able to modify grades. You won't be able to go in and edit things, but you'll be able to go back and recall or download materials if or as you need for grade dispute or something of that nature. But so to keep the course open and extend that window for you and your students, fairly straightforward, but just a couple steps to that. So let's run through that. So the first step I'll need to do is go to my course that I want to extend access to for my students, obviously, and then I want to go to the settings area. And we're going to be interested in two particular parts of this. The first one are these tabs up here, and we're going to be looking at the sections tab. Now, when I click on that, and that's just a left click, yours will probably be a little more straightforward. This is my little sandbox shell. But you should be just looking for the number of your course section, whatever that may be. So if it was 01, that'll probably be your only option in here. So let's assume that this will be that. Another single left click, all sorts of exciting stuff here. But what we're most interested in is this edit section button on the right-hand side. I'll single left click on that. And I need to do two things here. I need to put in the end date that I want to extend, meaning override those default settings. And so that then is going to be the end date. In this case, June 24th at 1 a.m. Then I also need to check this little box here. Users can only participate. If I check that and say update, then I'm good to go from this standpoint. One more step that I want to do, and that's going to settings, and then go to the course details tab, which is back to our default tab, and kind of do a similar deal here with the ends. I want to go and make that match whatever I've said in the other one. So I'll say 1 a.m. on 24th there. And again, also check this little box here, then scroll down and say update course details. And then at this point, I'm good to go. Now, this is the most direct process, and this assumes that the course is still open and hasn't already closed. If it's past that default close date, again, of 2 weeks after last Sunday or semester, or if it's a CCP class, 2 weeks after the last end date published in my NC, then you'll need to get a hold of the Eli department, and we'll have to get involved in doing that. Now, this methodology is the simplest, and it also extends that course access for the entire class. Now, there is a little more convoluted process if you just want to have the course be extended for particular students. We'll post that information and you follow up with that. But that is how you go in and extend that course close access window for your students for the entire class there.